EDP 365 covers topics with explicit and strong language and is intended for mature audiences only. Topics may be sensitive to some, and everyday people may not agree with the views expressed on this discussion. But keep in mind, we give you the point of view of everyday people with everyday situations. EDP 365 is not afraid to go there.
And we're not happy Tuesday. Y'all gotta be up with me today. I am feeling super drained. Super drained. Is that Ash? It is Ash.
And you don't have to have no cow gun. You know
all right. So, welcome to EDP 365 Facebook Live. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Les.
And I am Chris Styles, and we're Everyday People 365 on Facebook Live.
Alright, y'all, so tonight I decided not to have wine. I'm going to do something a little different, and maybe this will put me to sleep. So if I walk away from the camera and Chris is here by himself, that means I'm taking a nap. Oh my gosh. So, tonight, it's just really a repeat of last week, just a little something different. I'm actually drinking orange juice and whipped Pinnacle and orange juice. With a splash of pineapple mango juice and a splash of grenadine. And so,
all right,
this is going to be super delicious.
All right. Tasty.
Tastes like I'm at a for real bar, but I made this myself, and it's so pretty. Can y'all see that? Look at that.
Layers.
That's right. So this is really good. Again, I'm drinking orange juice, whipped Pinnacle, a touch of pineapple mango juice with grenadine. So, well, you got some. You got Body Armor juice over there. I'm being an adult. That's what I meant to say. I'm being an adult tonight. I moved beyond the line. I'm having some hardcore liquor. So, all right. So tonight, Chris and I are going to add some new things to the show. So, the next thing up is, well, first let me ask you this before we get into the new stuff. How was your day today? Chris
Les, EDP, my day was fine. No issues, no qualms. Just a little bit mentally tired.
Yeah, I'm with
my
you.
jobs are very mental intensive. But outside of that, had a glorious day.
All right, Chris. All right, y'all. So let's move into a new segment on the show. It'll be very brief. It's not going to be long. It's what is Les watching? So I love TV, y'all. I can't go to sleep without the TV on.
Can't watch TV when you sleep.
That's all right. It can watch me, and that's what it's about. If I'm at somebody's house and they tell you I can't watch the TV, I'm going off. Yeah. I'm breaking windows. I'm putting holes in walls so you turn the TV on. So, this is what I'm watching, y'all. And I got a whole bunch of shows, but this is the one I want to tell y'all about. I have started watching the Wu-Tang Clan story on Hulu.
I heard it's fire.
It is. The downfall is you can't watch it on the TV unless you hook up all the extra little things. You know, you just can't go to the apps or whatever and put in Hulu. But the show is really good. The dude who's playing RZA was in The Equalizer 2 with Denzel Washington. He's doing great in that role.
Okay.
I like it because they kind of pair people up to kind of look like the real person. Everybody except Ghostface Killer. Because at first I was like,
who that?
Who is he supposed to be? Because, you know, they're saying what their real names are. It's taking back to long before they were actually the Wu-Tang Clan. They got so many beefs, and I can see how these guys are like super close today. When you when you watch the show, because this one don't like this one's arguing over here, blah, 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 blah. So, if you get an opportunity, and this is actually a series, so if you get a chance on Wednesday nights, check out Hulu for the Wu-Tang story. Let me say this about Hulu. It has its pros and its cons, the thing I'm getting ready to tell you. You cannot binge watch on Hulu. You can't binge watch on Hulu. At least you can't binge watch that. So every Wednesday now, it's like a regular series on ABC, CBS, whatever. I have to, at that point on Wednesday, wait for the next episode. Oh, let me tell y'all who else is in here. Oh my God. What is his name? I think that's her name.
Her.
From Living Single. She's been in a lot of stuff. She's playing RZA's mom. So this is pretty good. It's a lot of new faces, a lot of people that I haven't seen before. Oh my gosh, and whoever they got to play Method Man, he is yummy. He is yummy. And they paired them well. I mean, he looks a lot tastier than Meth, but Meth used to be my ex-boyfriend. We was gonna get married, but it didn't work out, and that's okay. But whoever this dude is they got playing Meth, he is something sexy. So, like I said, check out Hulu, The Wu-Tang Story. It's 5 episodes in. And again, Hulu. Oh, real quick, anybody who's watching Power, that Sunday episode was all that. I might have to watch it again tonight, but that episode was, I don't even say this, it was off the chain. It was just excellent. All right, so I was only supposed to give y'all one thing. Yeah, check it out. I was only supposed to give y'all one thing that I'm watching. So, again, Wu-Tang Clan on Hulu. Chris?
Let me tell you what I'm watching.
No, just Les. Not Les and Chris.
Let me tell you what I'm watching.
This, wait a minute.
No.
Okay, but Les is watching, not Les and Chris. It's not both of them.
So what we're going to do tonight, y'all, is we're going to introduce tonight's topic and I want to thank Mr. Mark Durite for turning this topic and for giving us a discussion piece on this situation. Dealing with your mate's jealousy when co-parenting. I will tell you this, just from my experience, when you have a jealous mate, when they have the mindset that all broken relationships are supposed to stay broken, like I'm supposed to be your one, your all, your only, and I don't care if you got a baby's mom, baby mamas, or vice versa, you got kids, father, kids, daddies, ex-husband, whoever, you ain't supposed to talk to them no more, and it's about me and all that. That's not gonna work, first and foremost. So we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into just some of the things that you go through as an individual when you're going through these jealousies and what you possibly can do to help that person move through it, or just leave them the fuck alone. Plain and simple. Yeah. So what I want to say is this, is that, again, I think a lot of this stuff stems from trust issues. And again, we're going to talk about, and I want Mark, if he's also out there too, to kind of chime in, because first thing I want to get into is, again, we're going to talk about the trust issues. The first thing that I want to say is your current, I call them currents, is that you, they be feeling like you still be beating it up, you still tapping it, or she's still riding and all that stuff like that. Like, come on, man. Like, we are just co-parenting the child or children that we have together. I'm with you now. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to start with that, and then we're going to move down the list of things that I have. So for those who do have children out there, young, old, in between, old, whatever, has your current or your ex or whoever felt as though you were still having an intimate relationship with your ex-boy, your ex-baby mama, your ex-baby father? What?
Okay, so hey to everybody who's watching. Of course, I can't see all of the posts that y'all are putting out there. Oh, thanks.
You do a better job right there.
Oh, you gonna do what?
I did. You good.
Okay, so yeah. Hey to everybody who's watching. My first comment is in regards to trust. That has happened to me with both kids, with both father's kids. So with Dre's father, my love at that time, I think sometimes he had issues with me and Dre's father. Not really doing a whole lot, because at that point I really wasn't feeling that dude at all. But when we finally got to the point where we could have conversations and co-parent, we were gonna take Dre out to a movie or do something with Dre together. And so he went off. He was like, no, why do y'all need to go there together? Y'all not together no more. You know, he can take it by himself, blah, 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 blah. But I want to say, second one. Bree's dad, after we had long divorce, whatever, he comes over to my house. Bree was at school. He comes over to my house to give me some money or something. And so he's sitting on the couch, I'm sitting on the couch. And my boo walks in the door and he's like, hey, and walks into the bedroom, comes out of the bedroom and leaves. So obviously I knew that he was angry about something. So he automatically assumed that something was going on between me and Bree's father, which it was not. I think you have to commend the people. I know we're talking about trust, but you have to commend, parents who can co-parent and do well at it. Me and Bree's father, we co-parent well. Whenever we talk, it's not about what you got on or how you been. You sure been looking good. It's none of that. Whenever we talk, it's strictly about Bree. You know, hey, what Bree need? Hey, she getting on my nerves. Hey, you gonna buy this? Or hey, I'm gonna buy that. And we have great parental conversations. And like I said, people need to learn to respect that and give people kudos for being able to have that conversation, to be able to have that relationship. Just because you're divorced or you're not together anymore does not mean you need to be at odds.
Facts.
If it didn't work, it didn't work. But you still have a child that you have to raise together. And so whoever that new person is that's coming in, whether it's they're the spouse now, they're the new mate, they gotta be understanding of that. They have to respect that. And if it's too much for them to deal with, then they have to make a decision.
You know, and the other thing too that you know, you deal with a mate and you dealing with especially for guys. I know I had past situations where my ex, no, I'm saying the person I was with was like, well, if you going over there, I'm going over there with you. Listen, that might not be a good idea either, because depending on the situation, how we broke up and how things may have happened, there still might be a little fire
Right.
there. So then there's no way that I'm bringing somebody else to that other person's house or in that percent. Like I might have to park down the street and I'll go to the house and do what I need to do and come back if you want to handle in that capacity. But ain't no way in the world that you want to sit up here and go in somebody's house or stand out in front of their house.
Right.
Wait a minute, and because that other person still might not be ready for that. So you're just asking for more drama and more problems by doing that. The other thing that I want to reiterate on is I know that when you're co-parenting a child, and sometimes there still may be that other person still may, again, that's that jealousy when they can't keep tabs on you, where you going or what you doing, and why can't I come, why can't I come with you? Even though I might have a mate, sometimes you might just need to have that one-on-one time with your child.
Right.
That child don't need somebody else hovering over their shoulder trying to be something that they might not be ready to actually partake in. So I'm not going to force them to do that. Sometimes if I'm doing something and it's a group outing or we meet somewhere, sometimes you be like, okay, boom, I can bring so-and-so with me. But a lot of times I would have that discussion prior to with my child or my children, just to make them aware that, hey, so-and-so's coming today, blah, 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 whatever that may be. But sometimes you just can't force that situation on anybody or make them go. What if your mate don't want to go? And you trying to make her feel comfortable by being around, your children or maybe your ex or whoever, and it could be a graduation or something like that, but I want them to share in the wealth, and everybody's doing this for the one common cause or one common goal. And sometimes you can't even do that. And that's a gratitude to jealousy, other person looking at you, why and how you get with her? Or they judging and they saying little digs and doing all kinds of little crazy stuff. That does happen. Have you ever had a situation like that?
Somebody was
Making digs at you? I mean, you know, you at a group gathering, it could have been a graduation, a birthday party, and like your child's birthday party or something like that, and the other person coming in, instead of being a participant and being that co-parent, they wanted to kind of stir some shit up.
not to me personally, not that I can remember, because normally those things were separated. But as you get older and you mature, you know, and again you understand the dynamic of the relationship, then you're able to do, I don't want to say necessarily a blended family, but you're able to do things, okay, to celebrate your child. For instance, when we graduated from high school, her dad threw this big cookout for her. And so my boo at the time met me over there. I went with one of my friends, he brought one of his friends, and we all just back there chilling and having a good time, drinking, eating, or what have you. And you know, of course, nothing happened at that point, but it's maturing and understanding what the relationship is. Excuse me, like I said earlier, everybody who has children together does not have to be at odds. It is okay to have a cordial relationship.
And you know, a lot of that I still think comes from Les is, you know, you talk about friendships and co-parenting. A lot of people still can't get it in them heads. It's like, you know, when you have a normal relationship that ends, in their world, most exes don't speak or they don't, you know, they don't have any communication with them based on whatever that situation was, negative or, you know, whatever may have happened. And now that we're in a relationship or we're doing whatever we're doing, there's no need for y'all to be talking. But when you have a child, this is like, it's going to be a lifelong thing until one of us passes away.
Right.
So it's not temporary. It's something that's not going to go away. So it's something that people really have to address and, you know, get used to. But I think another thing too, sometimes why that jealousy stems or it arises is because as men and women, we have to sometimes also watch our behavior. We got to watch our actions and things that we say around, whether you having some type of reminiscing, you nostalgia or something. If it ain't about them kids, don't reference you doing anything with your past mate, whether it's in a video, whether it's in whether you're in a group setting just talking this and that, and you get carried away with something and you were talking about something that y'all did like 8 years ago, and it seemed like you used to la land about it, and you know, some of those things you just need to cut out. You just need to be in the moment, enjoy the moment for what it is, know what to say and what not to say. I would definitely need to tell you all that because I've had several situations, and I think maybe she did it on purpose. I've had an ex-wife say some stuff in front of somebody that I was with that had no business being brought up or being said. And this is just a reference to, yeah, I remember such and such, and we did this over there, and what are you saying? Why are you even bringing that up and saying that for?
You sound mad right now.
Right, like, yo, like, why would you do that? I mean, I think that's crazy. But I also had situations where I may have been with somebody and their ex or whoever, again, is reminiscing and they talking about this, not the third. I mean, to the point where that person's new partner and their own kids or children turn around looking at him like, yo, are you really saying that right now? So it could cause things to get out of control. I think something might be secretly going on between you and that other person, or it may not be. But again, questions can come up in regards to that.
All right, so before you go on, Eleanor said, when co-parenting, you need to keep tension out of the child's life. I agree with that.
Facts.
Attend drama-free functions and not make the child feel like he or she has to pick one over the other. You know, and that's really good because it makes that when you have a cordial relationship with your child's mother or father, it's a great thing for the child. For example, when Brianna graduated, me and my boo at the time were there, and her father and his wife were there. And so we didn't sit together, but we came outside later and we're taking pictures together. And you know, Bree felt really good about that. And so one day we were in DMV, and so we had to get something situated with Bree's car. And so, you know, I'm sitting back, Bree and my ex are up at the counter, and they're handling business. And so Bree had her own money that she was going to put towards whatever it was that needed to be taken care of, and he took care of it for her. And Bree says at the counter, ain't nothing like having two sets of parents. And so, again, that makes Bree feel great to know that, you know, on this side of the fence, she's got this and we do that for her. And on the other side of the fence, her father and her stepmother do things as well. I'm not talking about just buying Bree things. You know, they have a lot of functions at their house, so Bree is over there. They have a blended family. And so it puts Bree in a good space versus, you know, everybody always arguing or what have you. And so, like I said, it's good to have that relationship that your child is going to be comfortable in.
Yeah, so you don't want to always have her invite or be around or have that jealous person and create some type of baby mama, father, baby drama, mama, papa, sister, whatever type of situation going on.
Yeah.
So we don't want to have that. And I think sometimes too is that when you are in a relationship with someone and you have children by someone else, two things seem to occur until I started dating more mature women who knew a little bit better than I guess these past women that I have dated. Some of them have felt like because I had children already that the possibility of us having children decreases. And sometimes they even think like, well, if I put a wedge between here, that's going to drive him or drive them away, and it's just going to be me and him. That's stupid thinking, in my opinion. I don't know where you get that thinking from, but that will never work.
You want to go to the next bullet point?
Oh, go ahead.
Let me share this. So Eleanor said, but as women, you know we're going to snob the other women. That's not true all the time. And I thank God for Dre's father's girlfriend when Drayshawn was a baby. Drayshawn would go over there on the weekends or what have you, and his father's girlfriend was amazing. She's an amazing woman. So much that she was in my wedding. But, you know, she was mature. She was an older woman. Well, she is an older woman. And when Dre was over there, she embraced Dre as if Dre was her own child. And her family embraced him as well. And so when he was there, I knew my child was being taken care of. She potty trained Dre. She did so much with Dre as Drayshawn was growing, and her and his father were together. And so she, like I said, she nurtured my child. She took Dre under her wing, and he didn't live with him or anything. But like I said, she treated Dre, and shout out to Charlene Fitch. She treated Dre just like Dre was her own baby. I mean, it was so funny that at points,
They thought she was the mama.
She was the stepfather.
That she was a stepmama.
No, she was the stepfather. She was the father.
Oh.
And so, we would say she was Dre's father. But again, amazing. And like I said, all relationships don't have to be negative. All relationships don't have to be bad. There are some people who are mature enough to be able to deal with the blended family or not being together anymore. But I do want to add this to the conversation as well. you do have some people, and I'm talking about the parent, who will, how do I want to say this? Ignite drama.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or sometimes try to play one against the other, or what have you. So it's your responsibility as the parent to make sure that your mate has a clear understanding of the relationship, and that you're not taunting them with it. And what else did I want to say about that? Like I said, you're not taunting them with it. You're not being disrespectful with it.
Or, not even being overly critical.
Right.
Being overly critical of someone else's children, or just being outright disrespectful to them. Period. I mean, I've seen it. It's happened. I think I've like the individual that Les was just talking about. I myself personally, any relationship that I got into that I knew was going to be serious, I treated that other person's kids, whether they was mine or not, like they was my own. I treated them equally the same as I treated my own children. And even when I would say certain things and situations may have happened that didn't warrant that to happen, but that's just who I am as a person. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I don't feel like, there's been many times that I've seen just sitting on the outside where there's been commingled families or commingled brief relationships where you get children involved and you're sharing time, you're doing different things, and you had other individuals per se who, whether it was the mother or the father, when they wasn't in the presence of the parent or whoever, they actually treated them bad, talked down to them, treated them bad, disrespected the kids, and stuff like that, which, again, for whatever that reason it is, they're jealous, the envy, or that should stay out and that should stay away if you have joint or blended families, or whether you have the other person, a child, and you don't treat that child like that. I mean, that's awful. That's awful. One of the issues that I've come up with, that I had with dealing with your mate's jealousy, or even your baby mama jealousy, is that they will always come up with situations or circumstances to say that, or use that excuse, or, don't have that B, or don't have that nigga around my child, this and the third, I don't know him, and, making these type of accusations and these excuses. I never had any ill intent towards anybody else's child. In some of the cases, it even made them try, they attempted, in my case it'd be a male, the male attempted to step up and pretend to be somebody that he wasn't in the first place. He tried to step up and be a father because the way that he saw that his kids looked at me, he saw how I talked to his kids, he saw how things that I got his kids that he wasn't even willing to give to his own damn kids. Would that make you jealous? Or would you be happy?
I gave you my story. She was amazing, and I love her. I love her to this day.
I mean, but for you out there who might have had experienced something like that, I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen as soon as the father started seeing how well his children were being treated. I wasn't an asshole to the kids. I wasn't doing this and doing that. So, again, these games started. Now, he's trying to take dibs at me through her, make comments. Now he's saying, don't have him around my kids, blah, 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 blah. But the whole point is, if you was there and done the things you should as a father, a lot of these things wouldn't have happened or taken place. But because I'm out in her life, I'm gonna do what I need to do to make sure that they're okay, to make sure that mine is okay, and make sure everything is good. That's just who I am. I know I didn't appreciate it at the time, but I said the only thing I can do is make her aware of it. The kids want to see things on their own. I didn't make them aware of it, but they saw, you know, from his previous behaviors, his previous actions, and him trying to step up and be who he was supposed to be. Didn't last because fakers can't. I would give it 90 days. I'd give 120 days, 3 months, 4 months. They can't hold up the fake or that facade for too long. It's going to show through, in which it did. So they eventually had, you know, they had words, they had different things like that, and of course, it didn't turn out well again because, you know, he was trying to snake his way back in. Instead of snaking his way back in, he should have just been a father to his children and been an asset instead of being an ass to the situation. Did you have anything that you wanted to read? Any comments?
Let's look at Ashley's comment.
All right. So, we're gonna go. This is just dealing with when Eleanor had said a little bit earlier that she said, you know, she said as women, she said, you know, we're going to be a snob towards the other women. So it's just like, nah, you know that we be thinking she don't have nothing on me. With this, and she says, you got to remember, children are the innocent ones. Absolutely, the children are usually the innocent ones in most of these situations. So we have to continue to treat it as such. Whatever our drama, our shit is, we need to keep that separate and not out outside of their presence. Ashley says, I'm coming in late, so this may have already been said, but I think there's levels to this. I don't think a significant other should be introduced to children until you are certain the relationship is, hold on. She said, until the relationship is long term. During that time, it is important that you talk to and talk about your expectations for both parties.
So Ash, the conversation isn't really like meeting the kids. The conversation is really about when your significant other has issues with you co-parenting. It's more so, not more so, but that's the conversation we're talking about when your mate has issues with you co-parenting.
So she says, a good co-parenting situation is hard to come by, and it's worth giving up a relationship over. Oh, wow, that's deep. Everyone is not mature enough to handle these kinds of situations. She said, everyone is not mature enough to handle these kinds of situations, but that relationship, in my opinion, is paramount. And, you know, again, that is very important, Ashley. I would never do it. I've had situations where people have put me in. I would just give you a short example of what you're saying. There were these tickets to this play years ago. I think the tickets at the time, I mean, they were kind of expensive at the time, but it's something that we wanted to see, and me and my woman at the time, you know, we wanted to go see this play. And I think the tickets were like maybe $55 a piece or something like that, like years ago. And that was expensive, but we went on to pay the $110, and then they had a food package as well. So it was, you know, over $100 and some dollars, almost $200. Okay, boom. I got a call from my child's mother, and one daughter had to go to the hospital. So I was trying to explain and talk to her and tell her, hey, look, if you need to call or take somebody else with you, you know, or go by yourself, go. I said, my daughter just got rushed to the hospital. I'm going to the hospital. She caught an attitude in regards to that. And it made me feel like, basically, like, it's either me, Either it's me and we going to this play, or it ain't nothing at all. That's the type of language and conversation that we was having. I couldn't get her to understand that although I gave her the option to bring somebody else or call somebody that you might can go with to go, but I'm going to the hospital. She wasn't trying to allow that to happen. So eventually what did happen was that night I felt like she was saying, fuck your child. Bottom line. So I end up breaking up with her that night for that one purpose, because you trying to make me choose between you and the show and my child. This got rushed to the hospital. Are you kidding me? So that's just my example of having somebody who's more mature. And the point is, they didn't have any children at that point in time in their life. So I thought it was really selfish. It was, I don't know what other words to say about that, Lance.
Yeah, I would say
That was
selfish
awful.
as well.
I mean, again, it was awful. And that night, that's what killed that relationship. Eleanor says, I never experienced co-parenting because I did it alone. Never down to talk bad about the dad because I chose him, but I love all children, so I would have made a great stepmom. And still may be one day. If you're not already. And again, Mark says, she says she should have just went with you. She could have chose that too. But that wasn't in her mindset. It was either me, my way, or the highway. So I chose the highway. Eleanor says that hubby and I have talked. Oh, I'm sorry. Ash, I'm sorry, y'all. Ashley says, hubby and I have talked about this often. We are very good friends. And for some reason, we work together. We know people may have an issue with handling that. We will both need a secure and mature parent in the role we play, and that will always come first. And again, those are some serious conversations that you do need to have, and sometimes, not that you need to, I still would just recommend that in the time of breakup or separation, not to have your children around anybody else, or not even talk about to the other parent, not that you need to talk to them about it, but making them aware that, hey, I'm moving on with this situation, blah, blah, blah. Just to give that situation some space, some air, and some time for each other to heal and move forward. But even after that, there's going to be some time, maybe some jealousy or some envy or whatever that may be, that's going to come up when you do move on with your life. But again, that shouldn't be significant, and that is insignificant in compared to who you are as parents to your children. Eleanor says something about unless they baby kids. That's crazy. That's funny though. How you doing, T? Wow, that's that damn Eleanor. She said Stella ain't got nothing on me.
Oh, help me.
But Mark has this motto, and I think he's true to life when he says this stuff. He said, "Poof, be gone." He said that's his motto. But everything, all the time, if it's a serious situation, yes, I would say poof, be gone. Sometimes it's a little bit more complex than that you can't say poof and be gone just like that all the time. Ashley also said this. He said, we have no intention on divorce, but it's important to be clear about how we handle our children. And I definitely agree with that. How you doing, Felder?
Hey, T.
A long time no see. You alright? You alright? So with that being said, I really think that almost perfect timing this evening. So what we're gonna do is 7:40. We're gonna bring it close to this topic and bring forth some other things that we have coming up currently.
But don't go anywhere. 'Cause
But
some great things coming up, some great opportunities for entrepreneurs coming up. So don't go anywhere.
stay tuned in regards to that. Felder, if you're listening, don't get up the line yet. I do believe some time ago, I believe you were thinking about starting your own business, or maybe you do have one now. So stay tuned for that. All right. Stay tuned to what we're going to talk about in reference to that. Okay. And so with that being said, God prayers and God bless you too.
Tawanda.
Absolutely. Les, you want to give your final thoughts in regards to this first? What?
I want to give my thought about this. I'll be in Richmond next month. Get ready. Oh my gosh, what the Sam Hill. Alright, so my final thoughts are basically, if you're the new person or the mate that's in, respect that the child was there before you, give them their space. If it begins to be too much for you, if the person's still having relations or doing something with their child's mother or father, then you have to make a decision. Do I stay? Do I go? But especially if they have a great parental relationship, you're probably not going to mess that up, because again, I have a great parental relationship with Bree's father, and I wouldn't dare let any man come and destroy what we have as parents. Mm-hmm. And so again, just keep that in mind. But also to the parent, try to make sure you make that person feel at ease with the situation. And that's vice versa. Because just because you're the mate doesn't mean you don't have kids. So, look at yourself and make sure that you're doing what you want your mate to do.
My final thoughts for this evening is that, again, I think, in every episode that we do have, as far as EDP 365, this always comes up. Communication. Communication with I'll call them currents, okay? So I'm going to say your current ex, or whoever that may be, your current relationship. Communication is key with your currents to retaining a very healthy and great relationship. Everybody's not going to agree with what you say, but if it's for the greater good, do for the greater good, not just for selfish purposes and self-interest. Your behavior and actions speak more than words. Don't be flirtatious and act out and make comments and do shit in front of your mate or whoever. Don't do that in front of them in regards to your ex. Don't even make any comments in regards to that. Again, that is going to draw some serious situations. Let me rush through this real quick. I'm gonna give it back to Les. I probably got an emergency call. Another thing I'm gonna say, again, stick to parenting and getting along. No get backs or rebounding until your relationship is over. And if that's all that you want to do, again, I would just say this will reduce the stress and the strain and the effects that everyone, it affects everybody involved, from family members to your children and whoever. So again, stick to parenting, have that beautiful parent relationship. I gotta take this call.
Okay.
Let's finish up.
All right, so here we go. Announcements. Let me have something to drink. It's about to chill. All right, EDP 365 Screw Drive. We didn't do well with that this year. So if you're interested, if you're interested in donating, let me know. Because we were going to have it through the end of this month, through October. The EBO Interest Meeting, Entrepreneurs and Business Owners. If you're an entrepreneur or business owner, join us on October the 5th for our interest meeting. You don't have to spend any money. We just want you to come out and listen to our presentation. We're going to talk about collaborating, networking, teaching and growing and learning from each other. And so again, this is going to be something really great. Again, we want to all grow as entrepreneurs, brand builders, and business owners. So again, that's going to be on October the 5th out at Tuckahoe Library here in Richmond, Virginia at out in Henrico County. And so of course, if you want more information on that, you can call me 804-424-0337, or you can go to edp365.com for information. My business shower for Blinged Out Party is going to be on Saturday, this Saturday, September the 28th at the Vision Lounge at 3302 Williamsburg Road. Owner of that establishment is Mr. Mark Durite. And so come out, celebrate my new business. We're going to have food, we're going to have drinks. And all you have to do is bring me a gift to pour into my business. So I'm asking for monetary gifts only because I am purchasing directly through Blinged Out Party. And so I hope that you're going to join me for the business shower that I'm having. Excuse me. And also on that day, we can talk about having your business shower. Don't forget about potion number 2 for your bathroom needs. Spray and go so no one knows. Everyone poops, no one likes to smell it. And so that is $3 a bottle for the 15 milliliter bottle. 4 fragrances, Alpha Mist, Citrus Blend, Olive Breeze, and Orange Slice. And so this is a really great product. We gave some away on Saturday at the at Cooler Von Sales Lip Sync Battle. All right, so next, Blinged Out Parties. All right, so are you looking for something new to do in the Richmond, Virginia area? I've got the perfect thing for you. Come out to my Blinged Out Party on October the 19th. For those of you who don't know what a Blinged Out Party is, it's like a baby shower or a bridal shower. No, that's wrong. That's something else. I'm sorry, it's like a paint party. I got too much going on. It's like a paint party, except instead of doing a painting, you're creating a blinged out t-shirt while you eat, you can drink, come hang out with, bring your sister, bring your friend, bring your coworker, your sorority sister, your Geno friend. Come out on the 19th and let's make some blinged out t-shirts. So, I do want to say this, if you cannot make the party on the 19th, guess what? You can host your own party, but come out on the 19th to my Blinged Out Party, and again, you can get this information on edp365.com as well. Alright, next. Now, all you entrepreneurs and brand builders, listen to this. Black Connections is hosting the first annual inaugural Black Business Expo. Now, they're going to have 100 vendors in one location. They're going to have people from Florida, North Carolina, Maryland, ATL, and New York. It's going to be on November the 29th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. This event is going to be at 2016 Staples Mill Road here in Richmond, Virginia. Now, she's going to have some special guests at this event. Miss Daphne Maxwell Reed, who was the mom on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She was the second mom. Tico Wells, who was choir boy in 5 Heartbeats. Katrina Freeman, Miss Full Figure, VA. Alright, so listen to this. Now, y'all have to act fast. Through the end of September, booth rent is $60. After September, it's going to be $75. If you have a food truck and you want to participate, it's going to be $120 until the end of September. After that, it's going to be $150. Now, this is what really drew me into this. If you cannot make it, donate an item to the Expo raffle and 100 business cards for network bags. And she's not charging anything for that. And so, if you want to contribute items, you just want to mail that stuff to Black Connections. And that's 10221 Krause Road, Suite 188. And unfortunately, y'all, I can't type anything in because my phone's over there and I don't have my laptop. So again, it's 10211 Krause Road, Suite 188 in Chesterfield, 23832. The contact number is 434-774-9882. Again, that's 434-774-9882. Or you can go to the website, blackconnectionslcc.com. blackconnectionsllc.com. If you can't attend, this is a great opportunity. I'm going to be sending poster number 2 with 100 of my business cards. You cannot beat that. Never miss opportunities to promote what you're doing, to network and to collaborate. And so, don't forget, join EDP 365 on Facebook. Join Meet, Connect, Promote, which is for entrepreneurs, brand builders, business owners. ADAC, Authors and Co-op for authors. Richmond, Virginia, events and vendors. Join that group if you're posting events or you want to know about events that you can be a vendor. And my newest group, which is Girls Night Out, Gino. I created this group so that women can post events that are going on. Sometimes you get tired of doing the same old things with your Gino group, and sometimes it's nice to see other women who are out having Gino nights. The last picture I posted was actually me and my daughter.
Gino?
Yeah, was actually me and my daughter out on Gino, and I was excited about that because as she's getting older, it seems like she wants to do a little bit more with her mom. So I was happy that we were hanging out on Saturday, and that's all. Oh, and don't forget to celebrate your victories, large or small. And y'all, please forgive me tonight, but when I tell y'all I'm like super drained right now, you wouldn't believe the half. So I'm gonna move on out the way and hand it over to Krista.
Alright, so with that being said, next week's show, we're gonna have the lovely and intelligent and doing the hostess. We're gonna have the beautiful Sonia Allen come on the show next week, and she's going to be telling you and talking to her about her new business ventures that she has going on with this at this time. And again, if you would like to be a guest on the show, get in contact with Les or myself. You can inbox us on Facebook. We'll be more than likely, we'll send the information packet out to you for you to get back to send back in to us. And we would love to have you on the show. If you have any topics that you would like us to talk about on the show, please do that as well. I was like, we love to come up with topics, but we would like to also talk about your topics as well. So with that being said, we're going to come up to a new segment on the show, and that is Chris's quote. So I got 2 quotes for you tonight, and some of the things that I see happens a whole lot to individuals and people is don't allow your mind to become your life's landmine. So I'm gonna say that again. Don't allow your mind to become your life's landmine. Think about it. Marinate on it. I'm sure you'll get it. Are you living constructively or are you living destructively? Ask yourself that question. Begin to take steps to live constructively. You'll be better for yourself and everyone else around you. So with that being said, from Team EDP 365, I don't see any more comments in the chat box. We are going to be out. Peace. We love you. Good night. Next week, 7 p.m. And again, don't forget to share and invite others to view as well. Peace.